What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Beer League. My name is My Back is Sore. Flip it over here. Boom. Today we're going to be doing a playoff stream. We've done them in the past. I don't think we did one last season. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think we did. But we have done them in the past. So pretty much what we're going to do, handful of things. Main thing though is we're going to do some predictions for the playoffs. The last week of the regular season is over, and we're on to kind of like a bye week for everyone before the playoffs start next week. But I am not alone. Let me bring in my guest here. Boom. Talk real quick.
Yo, yo.
Hello.
Beautiful. Now, if anyone's in the chat, just let me know if you can hear them and if they're loud enough. But yeah, who are you guys?
Zesty Queso, long-standing member of the Beer League. Flex top laner, jungle support, who knows?
That's what I'm talking about.
I am Nightmare, resident jungler of SCO.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to put a picture up there so everyone knows that it's you. What's a picture that has Nightmare on it?
You should put Sejuani.
Okay, I'll put Sejuani.
Yeah.
Let me do that real quick. We'll put, let's see, save image. But yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a couple different things. But the first thing is we're going to go through the All Pro voting. So if you don't know, there was All Pro voting. I know that not everyone necessarily voted, but the majority of the league, it looks like, voted. So we're going to go through that real quick, just kind of congratulate people. And yeah, if you don't know what All Pro voting is, it's not necessarily like based off of stats. It's just, in a sense, favoritism, in a sense. But it's just people from the community voting on who they think is the best person in each role. So everyone had 3 votes, and each vote counted. You could do like first team, second team, third team. Each vote counted as a certain amount of points. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So can you guys see this in Discord?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, our resident top laner, I think, should talk about top lane, even though you're playing support, kind of.
Yeah, top lane's been an interesting one. As the rest of us top laners know, top matters. And I think that's really highlighted by Mr. Rehe being the #1 top laner, and they didn't even make playoffs. So our role is very fun, everyone. But yeah, congrats to Richie for taking the top spot there. It was really tight between the 3 of us, it looks like. Richie, myself, and you just got slapped, so it's been fun up there. We're doing our own thing up there.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, well, I don't know. I was gonna say there's a lot of strong champions top lane, but maybe not. I don't know. What's your read on the meta right now? Is top lane actually useless? I don't play enough
The
league right now.
champions are good, but I don't think it's can impact the game enough for the most part.
That is fair. All right.
I think your biggest impact is if you're split pushing, and sometimes that gets dicey.
Yeah, that's fair. And also, yeah, it's sometimes difficult to perform a solid split push. So, cool. All right. Well, jungle. I'll let you take this over, Nightmare.
Iron is just the greatest player ever. It seems like 41 total points. Kind of crazy. Kind of insane. #1 in, I think, almost every stat category, except for KDA. I don't know who holds first place in that. Probably some KDA player. My back is sore. I heard he's really good at the game, and I heard he hit Masters at some point.
And I also heard he dropped, but who knows?
But I heard he hit Masters at some point. So like, and I saw he had a pretty pop-off Needly game. So I think a well-deserved second place on the power rankings, and then I think in third place here. I think that third place player kind of just like I don't even know like who that guy is.
The guy's a beast. So let me just hop in here for real quick. I said this before the stream, but I mean this is a crime. This is a felony, not even a misdemeanor. I mean the fact that Nightmare is third and he is almost 23 points behind. One, the fact that he's ahead of me, I'm astonished. This is the worst season of beer league I've ever had. And Nightmares over here just 8 KDA, like 15-1 every single game. So shout out to him. He should, in my opinion, I voted him as number one. Pyron did have a good season as well, clearly, but I don't know. But it was a close. I don't know. I think all three of us are clearly talented in some ways, but yeah, I don't know. I think he got
I
gypped.
actually do think that jungle is like a really stacked role.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
It's our highest rated role by quite a bit.
It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a big thing that makes me excited to play jungle in this league is that there are so many like talented jungle players.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, cool. Well, let me see. I'm trying to get this thing up on the stream outline. Is that what I'm looking for? No. All right, whatever. We'll just leave it like that. Hopefully people can see that. Yeah, it's not bad. Cool. So, and then I'll go for the next one. So number 3, mid lane. So honestly, kind of surprising. I haven't been watching a ton of beer league this season, but I know Blue Metal is a good player. I just haven't really seen a whole lot, but that's probably because I haven't watched a whole lot. Now, Really Bad Zed's on my team, so clearly I know what he's been doing. Vixperian, also a resident, like always in the beer league mid laner. And yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting. So Blue Metal, they did get into all three of these players are in the playoffs. I think that's interesting too. Like Zach mentioned, Rihi's not in the playoffs, but I think every other person on this whole entire list is in the playoffs. Wait, no. Yeah. No, SD is Scoobs. Yeah. But yeah, so for the mid lane, all of them are in the playoffs. Makes sense. Mid lane's a pretty powerful role if you're good at it. Have a huge impact, but it's a close race. I mean, it's tied for second, and then it's only literally, I think that's one vote away from first to second. So yeah, I mean, well deserved though. I think mid lane's talking about strong roles. I mean, I think there's a handful of good mid laners this season, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm excited though to watch Blue Metal play in the playoffs. Now that I don't know, I feel like there's some hype around him now.
I think he has a lot of expectations now that he might have to live up to.
Yeah,
being played as number 1 mid.
He's done some innovation in the mid lane too. I think he's had a couple of Viego mid games this season.
Oh yeah, I remember. That.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some spice. Okay, well I hope we see that.
Beer League lore says that if he gets Zoe or LeBlanc, he starts the game with no less than a triple kill level 1. So.
Okay.
You gotta watch out for those champs always.
Wow.
I think Crit Vixen is saying my mic is too loud.
Nightmare, mic volume up or down?
He's saying you're too quiet.
Oh, maybe I'm too quiet.
Too quiet.
Oh, too quiet. Okay.
Is that better? Just let me know.
Hello.
I turned you up 40%, so hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, and if there's any other audio issues, just let me know in the chat. This is I think we should be good though now. Okay, cool.
I'm actually if we can talk about mid lane a little bit more. I'm curious as to what you guys had personally for your mid lane rankings.
Ooh.
If you remember.
I can't.
You scroll up a little bit, Trevor.
Yes.
I gotta remember who's in there. I think I put all 3 of these. Maybe not in that order though. I think I went Really Bad Zed, Vix, Blue Metal, possibly. But I don't exactly remember.
Well, I'll tell you guys what you guys put if you guys can't remember.
Okay.
Let's see.
I do not remember, so I would love a refresher.
So I voted. I voted Vixperian, Samurai Jack, and Simino Mas in that order. First, second, third. And then Zesty, you voted Awesomenator 1, Vixperian 2, and Bone Grood 3.
I didn't vote for Bone Grood. Oh, he was on my team.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, I'm trolling. Wait, let's try that again. I think I got like every single one of those wrong. Yeah. Really Bad Zed. Yeah, Really Bad Zed number 1. Blue Metal number 2, and then Simino Mas number 3. And then Nightmare. Let's see, where are you? Here you are. You voted. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, here you go. Vixperian number 1, Bromstein number 2, and then Really Bed's at number 3. So
Oh yeah, that's who's not on this list. Bromstein's not on this list. That's
Yeah.
surprising to me.
I'd be curious as to what it looks like under 3. I have a feeling mid was like really close, like all the way down.
might as well go look, huh?
I'd imagine that like there's some like a bunch of them are like in the
It's
20s,
leaked.
are close to the 20s.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be leaking this information, but there you go. Wait, let me zoom out because this is way too. Oh,
26,
Oh,
23,
let's zoom in real
23,
quick.
yeah.
16.
One more.
Okay, not as close as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, so there you go. So 26, 23, and then a pretty, I mean, not a huge gap, but Seaman Muscle right there. So, yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Broomstein being so low with the stats that he put up is like
Got
very
some
surprising.
Bromstein haters in the league. What's up with that? What's going on?
So, you only get 3 votes though, and with so many good
It's
players.
true. Also depends on who's voting. Like if their team voted a bunch, then they couldn't vote for Bromstein. But
That's true.
I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so then I guess we'll just stick on this page because you can see everyone. Why not? So ADC is next. Top 3.
Tied for first.
Oh yeah, it's tied for. I didn't even realize that. It's Celestial
Tied for
Vixen, Scoobs, and Impex, which to me that makes complete sense.
Yeah, I would say that makes sense. I would say maybe the surprising thing to me is I thought Empirical would end up higher on this list, but I think I think Scoobs and Empax I think they did just perform like a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Empirical is always solid, but I think that's just a result of like being in the shadow of Pyroan.
That's
I
true.
think everyone thinks that Pyroan does everything
That's a good
on
point.
that team. Which I mean, I'm sure he does quite a lot. I'm not taking anything away from Pyroan, but it's harder when you compare like that.
Yep.
But I think Pyrone has said himself that like his team is like a big reason for his success.
Oh yeah,
Which
I
I think
mean,
is like a big
with
part
the
of any.
with the amount of
jungler.
points he takes, it's like you have to have some like crazy good players. I mean, like value players, I guess. Like he doesn't really have much points to work with when he's making a team. So, yeah, I mean, that's impressive that they're continuously winning. Did they win last year? No, No, I'm
2
trolling.
seasons ago, I think
Pyron. What team
they
was
did
that?
win the two turrets.
Oh, the 2 turrets. That's right.
It was last season, I think. I think it was
Yeah, I
last
think you're
season.
right. They didn't win though. I think did APS win? I think I don't know. Can't
They
even
went to
remember.
finals.
I think it was APS and WB, but I can't even remember. I don't know. TT did win season 6. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, Pyron did win. All right, last one. Support. Someone want to go over this?
I think that this might be a hot take, and it also might just be because this player's on my team. But I honestly think if there's a gap between, like, for any one single player in a role, I think that Kane is by far the best support in this league. And that might be a hot take. But I think he's absolutely crazy for what he does in game and also like for his role.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take at all. Personally, I mean, clearly everyone's only played each other once, but the one time I played you guys, Kane was like literally everywhere, like hitting all of his timers, roaming. Yeah, and I think JWM, he kind of reminds me of that in a sense. He's not like I wouldn't put him to the tier of Kane, but JWM does have that roaming. I think the big difference maker in Beer League, like we've been trying to work on this on my team, is roaming as a support. It's very easy to just stay in your lane and just kind of feel comfortable there. But when you make that transition of that like mindset of like, oh shoot, like yeah, I need to start roaming too. Like it just improves your whole entire team play like 6-fold. I mean, it's crazy.
I do think that.
Plays.
Oh, what were you saying, Zesty?
Oh, nothing. Go for it.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say that. I think a big reason why our team is so successful at what we've been doing is partially because Kane and I have been playing for a very long time. Like we played in a lot of tournaments together over the years, and like we kind of have like built up natural synergy together where we both know exactly what we want to do like pretty much all the time. So like we can move around together like almost like in sync at every point, and I think that makes like I know like when I think you were casting our game, you were talking about like how it almost seems like we kind of just know like what to do at like certain points in the game, just like
Hmm.
always. And I think a big part of that is that Kane and I are usually on typically like at least one of us is like on an engage
Hmm.
type
Yeah.
champion, and like we just are kind of always in sync for when we want to go in and when we want to look for fights, like when we want to turn, when we want to stick.
Oh yeah, it's
So I
huge. I
think,
mean, jungle support, in
mhm,
my opinion, is the most important synergy. Close. I mean, well, I would say close behind jungle mid, in my opinion. But yeah, it's. I mean, there's a reason you guys are winning so much, and I think that's very strong point to
mhm,
why. So I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say jungle support synergies probably underrated. Most people in
mhm.
most people's books because like basically support's just second jungler.
Oh
You're just
yeah,
not farming.
Yeah, true.
yeah. And I
Very
don't
true.
think. I think for beer league, it's like a new look. I mean, I played in beer league for since season 2, and we're in season 8, and I don't think I've ever seen a team be formed around a support like as their highest ranked player. So it's definitely a new look for beer league, and I think it's proven to be working. So
Hey, support's not weak. That's all I'm saying.
true, true.
I do think that that if there is one thing that kind of surprises me about this list is that the GGM support being
Catalyst.
being yeah Catalyst. I know they didn't play the entire season, but I think in the games that they did play, I think they played very well.
Yeah,
I think that reflects it in their
I think he's
stat.
really solid. I think it's just not a product of the top ones just taking all the votes.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just more saying from what I saw, like the numbers that he put up
Mhm.
in stats, and the way that I think Empirical has been able to play, and Pyrone. That kind of what I was
Right.
saying with like me and Kane, like us working together. I feel like Pyrone and Catalyst have been able to work together very well.
yeah. No, agreed. And here are the others. I didn't show at the top in jungle, but here's the rest of the votes. Anyone wants to look at them? My boy Puff Buffer getting the deserved 0. Uh,
Yeah, he's the
Oh
Mundo
no.
goat.
he's
The
not even the
Mundo
Mundo
goat.
goat anymore, bro. It's banned all the time.
Uh,
He's like the Jax try
yeah.
wannabe.
He played Jackson Vane against us.
Yeah. And then here's the jungle. Oh yeah, pretty top heavy here. It just drops off a cliff after
Yep.
3. So,
Once again, I think there's solid junglers below that for sure, but
Yeah.
you just have
oh yeah, I
all the
mean,
votes going to those three.
yeah, I mean, you look at the rankings here. I mean, it's insane. I mean, you pull up. Let's see. I'm just gonna
I mean,
pull it up really
Pyroan
quick.
7, you're what, 4, 5?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna pull
Nightmare's
up.
4, Nunya's 4, Reese's 5. Like,
Let's see.
I think there's only a couple of people in the jungle that are less than a.
All right, yeah, here you go. I'm gonna show it real quick because this is insane, and not necessarily like all these people are still jungle because Blue Metal is not jungle anymore. But yeah, I mean, you look at Reese 5 if he's actually playing jungle, 7, Bucci 0, Nunya 4, Vivian 4, Nightmare 4, Fusro 3, 5. I mean, pretty insane. Yeah, that's pretty insane. So pretty interesting.
Going into this season, I definitely talked with a bunch of people about like the ranks, and jungle had like more than any other role by like 20.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's knowing that you're going against someone pretty legit every game is definitely a challenge. So, cool. Well, anything else on anything All Star, All Pro related?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. Well, and also if you guys don't know, with the people that are on this screen, the top 3 from each, there's going to be some type of like show match where we did it a couple seasons ago where if you got selected, so if your name's on this list, you're going to be like invited to go play a game, and it'll be streamed and everything. So just like an all pro game. So pretty fun. We'll see what format they decide. There was some talks in the league chat about that, so we'll see.
It's usually done the week before finals. So.
Yeah, so it should be. I don't even know when finals is actually, but yeah. Cool. All right. Now the next thing we'll do is we're just gonna do like a little overview over the teams here. Can you guys see this on the?
Yep.
Okay. Fabulous. All right, running it down, presented by Modelo. It's the
Lost the Budweiser sponsor, huh?
No, we still have the Budweiser. That's just for Keys to Victory. It's running it down as its own individual sponsor.
Awesome.
So first series, we're just gonna go through the bracket from the top to the bottom, pretty much. But we're gonna leave number 1 for the last. But yeah, I guess I'll go through this because I'm playing in this series. But number 4, USA versus number 5 won. First time we played, it was in week 1, so literally as far back as you can possibly go. So honestly, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, the meta has changed so much since then. I'm sure that each team has grown a lot since then, or maybe became worse. I don't know. But the first time we did play, we kind of bullied them. I don't know. Austin just isn't good enough at top lane. I don't know what to say. No, but it was. It's always been fun. I think we played them like last year in the playoffs too. So like, I don't know if this is a rivalry yet, but it kind of starts to feel like one. But both of these teams like to, joke around, banter a little bit, all chat. So we've been talking all week already, and it's gonna be fun series. But some like fun things about it is number 2 is Vixperian is number 1 and Really Bad Zed is number 2, ranked mid laners. So that's the stat page that Nightmares made. So that's gonna be a pretty hype match. I've seen them go at it. Clearly, I'm biased, but Really Bad Zed's gonna whoop them. That's all I gotta say there. And then number 3, you just got slapped as the number 1 top laner in the whole league. So we're gonna have to send up some troops up there to control him. But also the last thing is it's the Battle of Texas. So for everyone in the beer league that doesn't know, all of USA, our whole entire team is from Texas, and on top of that, one, their sub Donovan, and also you just got slapped, and also is everyone from? I can't remember. There's a couple more that on one that are from Texas as well. So I know a lot of people are from Minnesota in beer league, but this is the Battle of Texas right here. So it's gonna be fun. Oh, Vixperian also from Texas.
I'll shout out Donovan. He's their AD carry from Wisconsin.
Oh, is he? So okay, we got some Wisconsin blood in there. I don't know where Vivian's. Anyone know where? I don't know. I'm not sure where Vivian's from, and I'm not sure where Gentle. Oh no, that is Donovan. Who am I missing? Oh yeah, John. Is he from Minnesota?
John's from Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay, so they have a little bit of a mix, but that's gonna be fun. And then the second series, you want to take this one, Nightmare?
GGM versus DGP, for sure. This is the first time they've played since week 3, where GGM 2-0'd them. That seems like pretty expected for how strong GGM came into this season.
Mm-hmm.
Pyrone being the number 1 jungler and the number 1 all-pro jungler is pretty expected. I feel like if DGP is going to have a chance in this game, it's really going to have to be like a team effort to shutting down Pyrone. Because if I recall, when we played Pyrone's team, a big part of our win was shutting him down early, so he couldn't like make that big of an impact on the map. And if there's one weakness that GGM has, I do think it's that. Like if Pyrone doesn't get going, I worry about like how they will do like throughout the game. So
Yeah.
I think I think that would be the angle I would be going for if I was DGP. And I do think having Blue Metal, like I think this is a series that would like if Blue Metal is able to pull out this series and
Pop
win
off,
against
yeah.
GGM, like I think he deserves to be first team All Pro.
That'd be
And
exciting
like
if Blue
if
Metal
he's
just
able to
pops
do
off.
that, I think he absolutely like would prove that he deserves that spot.
I'm kind of hyped now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
2 versus 7. That's gonna be. I mean, if you were around in Beer League last year, you know that literally, I believe every single top seed coming into playoffs lost in the first round. So it's possible. I wouldn't say likely, but I would say definitely possible. But yeah, good point. I mean, if Blue Metal pops off, and I would say it's an explosive team. I mean, they have some people on there that can pop off any moment. So I mean, it'll be
I'm
interesting.
also interested to see what kind of setup they go for against GGM because I know they flex around their plays a little bit. Like
Yeah.
Desert Rose, I know doesn't always play ADC. Like sometimes they'll play jungle. So I wonder if they will put him in the jungle to like try and even the odds a little bit against Pyrone.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that would be interesting too.
Do they have Gain Linker on their team? I can't remember.
Yeah, they do.
Desert Rose.
See, this is why I
the
get confused.
Original,
Yeah,
he's the
explain this.
original game linker. So he
Wait,
is
so
still
it's
on the
not
team,
Michael?
and then they have Michael is Desert Rose, who was
Okay.
game linker, but now they have game linker, which is Damien, and he plays AD carry or jungle or something. So when you watch that team, game linker is not the original game linker.
And what did Gain Linker Damien, the Damien version, what did he used to be named? Or is he just a rookie in Beer League?
Dothby.
Dothby. Okay. Yeah, dude, it gets confusing with Michael's name changes like every 2 weeks.
He does it about every couple weeks.
So I don't know. Dude, he spent a lot of money on the game to be able to do that every other. Well, actually, you can do it with
Some
or
people
just like Essence, right? Blue Essence.
yeah, Blue Essence.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to change that.
Stacks of it.
All right, cool. And then the last series, you want to go over this one, Zach?
Oh yeah. Okay, so the first time we played, we took it easy on them. You know, they 2-0'd us, but we were just on the back burner, just kind of chilling that series. So I wouldn't expect that again. 4 out of 5 players on COM are ranked top 3 in their role, which is pretty impressive, I'll say.
That's insane. Yeah, very well balanced.
We are going into playoffs with a little bit of a roster mishap. I'm gonna throw that out there. So 2 of our original roster are no longer playing with us.
Really? Who's not
And
playing?
We'll be using Boozle and Amen Movement. So we'll be using our rostered sub and then just a sub for most of the playoffs.
Interesting.
All of it.
Who's your rostered sub?
Sergeant of Mithril, good old Dan.
Oh, he's a beast. Maybe the Vermilion comes back. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess we'll see. I've seen him in the Discord recently.
And then I think one of our biggest strengths is just the flex. I mean, get me on a couple more games of Kled support. We might just be going to finals.
Hey, you never know. You never know. All right, cool. And then the last one, SCO. I'll let Nightmare take this one over as well.
SCO. Okay, so Team Buy. They
yeah, they're pretty good, huh?
They kind of crushed us the first time we played them.
Watch out for them.
Yeah.
Sneak up on you.
Yeah.
True. We do have the #1 bot lane in the league. I don't know how much of a difference that'll make against a team as stacked as them, but we do got that going for us. I'll say that we're cooking up some stuff, so
Okay.
don't be surprised if you see something cooked
Okay.
in our matchups. We're excited to play. I could throw out a little what's it called? Like I could tell you who I would be most excited to play.
Okay.
So of the teams that in my opinion we played, the one that I would want to if I could go back, I would do things differently in this series.
Yeah.
And I wish we could have. It would be versus Team 1. I feel like because we went 1-1, but I feel like we really we had stuff figured out. It just didn't go the way we planned in the second game. So I would really like to play him again, just so like we could show that like yeah we got this figured out, you know.
One less getting called out. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hey, I'm excited that unfortunately they had to go through me, and I'm not gonna allow that to happen. But yeah, it's a cool dream. Um,
True.
all right, and then number two.
We are the only team not to get 2-0'd, surprisingly. We went 1-1 with one GGM and STSD, which I think a lot of people were surprised about, but I actually do think that team actually played fairly well. They do this thing where they like stall the game out forever, but they pick champions that are like really good late game, like who's ST's Scoobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Scoobs, like, he likes playing these hyper carry bots and stuff like Smolder and Kog'Maw, and uh, it just makes the game like it puts the game on a big timer. And if you don't end the game by a certain point, then I think they really know how to play the late game.
Yeah,
Which
Scoobs
was-
is a beast. You give him some kills,
Yeah,
there's players that you're like, we give him some kills, we'll see what happens. But Scoob's pretty trusted. Like you give him some kills, he's gonna make something happen. So, agreed.
and then third, we casually got the three highest KD8 players in the whole league. You know,
Casually.
That's
we're
crazy.
kind of a KD8 team. We don't like dying and stuff, so
That's crazy.
if you have to play us, you better make sure that you kill us fast. You know,
Yeah,
Little,
that's
we're not going down easy. Seems.
little beer league history for your guys' record. Yeah, no, maybe season one. I don't remember exactly what everyone's record was, but I believe you guys in all of beer league history are in like the number 2 spot for win rate over a season.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
I believe so.
what FF.
Yeah, I think
Undefeated?
FF was like 20-1 or something. But
That's ridiculous. I remember IQ beat you guys, and like,
Yeah.
bro, I would go on hype. Sorry, but you love to see the Giants fall.
But that's yeah. I mean, you guys are one of the more dominant teams that have existed. So
Yeah.
Well, we'll play into the team to beat status. So
I'm
we'll
sure.
play into that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, okay, cool. So the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and look at the stats really quick because they are amazingly made, and we should take some time just to look at them real quick. First of all, I like we were talking about prehand or before this. What just so everyone knows the work you put in Nightmare. How long did you say it takes per series? Reminder: there's 4 series a week.
Per series, it took me anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to put in all the stats. I would say
That's
30
wild.
to 45 minutes.
2 hours a week. This man puts in just to put in stats for everyone. So if you haven't already told him thank you, that's really awesome for him to take the time out. And on top of that, it's his first season in the beer league, so like that's super cool. So yeah, that's just awesome. And yeah, let's take a look at him, see what's going on in here. So as we already mentioned, top 5 KDA players. A lot of whatever you would call this color, orange, I guess. All 3 of these. So yeah, orange. If you haven't looked at the stats already, that's a shame. But the colors are indicating what team. So this is all 3 are on the same team. This kind of looks like it's the same color, but it's not. That's 1, and then GGM. So yeah, I guess anything. We don't have to go one by one, but does anything stand out? I guess we can start up here on the
Yeah, we can start
awards.
with the awards.
it's the awards.
If we wanted to.
Yeah.
We could just go through and like say like who won what.
Yeah.
Since this is all complete.
Hey, go ahead and do it.
So for efficiency award, this was a position that was held by resident IQ top laner Rihi for a very long time.
Oh no! I forgot.
Tragically, I think he role swapped to a different role for his last series or
He
something.
He did jungle.
Kind of ruined his efficiency stat tragically. But Vixperion will take this award with 2.4 damage per 1 gold. So for every 100 gold that Vixperian gets, he's dishing out 240 damage, which is quite remarkable for a player to be that efficient with their gold.
Insane.
Moving on to the Bloodthirsty Award. This is an award that yours truly held on for a very long time throughout the league. I think I started with 15 kills per game at the very start, but knowing Pyrone, he climbed his way to beat me. I think if I look here at the stats, I can
10 kills again.
do a little
Like
bit.
damage per gold, kind of hard to like visualize, at least for me.
Right.
But like kills per 10 kills,
10, yeah.
that
10
is
kills per game
ridiculous.
is kind of crazy. If you
That's
want to
crazy.
know, Pyrone had 159 kills over the 16 games that he played for GGM.
Dude, that is crazy. That
Which
is
is
insane. What was
pretty
his highest
crazy.
kill? Do you know what his highest kill game was? Because I mean, he had to had some games,
Oh,
It was like a bad
individually,
series.
3, 4.
I do not know individually.
Dude,
what
I'm sure there's
game.
probably like a 25.
I feel like there was a
or something.
Nidalee game that was like up in the 20s.
That's probably against us. We freaking invaded and then we're down 5-0 in the first 2 minutes. That's crazy.
But yeah,
USA
he is-
Classic, the invade.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy how many kills that guy gets per game. And then
Yeah.
moving on to the gold award, don't have to move too far to find another Pyrone award. Highest gold per minute, sitting at 463.73 gold a minute. Now that's actually really high.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a kill and a half of gold per minute. You know, it's
Yeah.
obviously minions
That's
and
ridiculous.
stuff.
That is some gold efficiency right there in how much gold he gets.
Man
But
farms
that
everything
probably-
in his way.
Yeah,
Champions
he's
and
farming
minions.
and he's getting kills. So like,
Yep.
he's getting lots of gold, which is
Yeah, the guy's pretty good.
props to him. Yeah, there's a reason he's the highest ranked or highest cost player, and he's also the #1 stat jungler and all pro jungler.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. And then moving on to the support award, you get to see SKO Kane sitting at 18.25 assists per game, which is just insane. Like, I think he's probably around, I want to say 5+ more assists per game than like the next closest. I want to say like the next closest support.
That's insane.
If I look at, I think someone had like maybe or actually Catalyst has 15.7, so I think he's the second highest. But that's still almost 3 more assists per
That's
game.
just these numbers. Like some of them are hard to visualize, as I said, but like the assists too. Like 18 assists a game. Like that's just wild.
Yeah. Like you have to have bad games, right? So that means
Right.
in some games you're getting 30, 40.
Oh,
assists.
easily. That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then moving down, you finally get to see yours truly win an
Maker
award.
award.
Yeah.
The Unkillable Award, lowest deaths per game, 2.44. I just hide in my jungle and nobody can touch
Not
me.
much of an inter, are you?
No, not quite, but yeah, 2.44 kills or deaths per game. You know,
Pretty cracked.
pretty cracked. Might
You'd
have
probably
something.
take one of my games and divide it by our total of games. I'd be higher than that.
Yeah.
Might help explain an award that we'll get to in a little bit. But moving on.
Wait,
to
how many
team-
total? Do you know how many total deaths you had in the season?
Oh yes, I can tell you.
And
16
what did you have?
2.5.
And then what did like the most person? I guess the person with the most deaths
Oh,
have.
You
Most
must have,
deaths.
like, what,
I'm just
47
curious
deaths?
on like that
Yeah. I could figure it out
that
for you.
difference.
So most deaths belongs to. Oh, it's a tie. Oh wait, no, it's not.
It's got to be a support. If it's my guess.
It is a support. It's
The support
it's
that
somewhat.
plays engage.
It's a support that you might know.
Hey,
Kinda.
did we win? Hey, we won something.
Stuff Buffer has 103
Hey.
deaths over the course of
Wait,
the
how many does he
entire
have?
103.
Oh, bro, I'm writing that down. I'm telling him that. That's hilarious.
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
103 deaths. But that just proves that like he's going in for the team, like
That's right.
he doesn't hesitate. He hears a call and he just goes for
Putting
it.
his
Like,
life on
Oh,
the
dude,
line.
hey, we're known
Yeah.
for that. A couple seasons ago, our ADC, well, he plays top lane now, but he would always die like really quick. So he would just buy a guardian angel like first item. So then he would just prolong his deaths. So hey, it's a strategy. Okay, wait. Then how many deaths did you have?
And then I had, so going from 103 down to the lowest, I had 39 deaths
Dude, that is ridiculous.
over the
Third.
entire season.
That is
Not quite a
crazy.
third, but close, yeah.
Wow.
So kind of cool to see like the highs and the lows.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
that's insane. What? Who had the lowest kills? Do you know that?
Oh, lowest kills? That's a
Probably
little
a support.
hard because people didn't play the same amount of games.
That's true. Never mind.
Uh,
That's a garbage stat. Yeah.
I would have to like probably pretty close.
Yeah. No, that's good. Okay.
Next award.
Yep.
Team player award. So I think this one might be a little bit confusing for what it means. So about a quarter or a third of the way through the season, the KP stat just was not working anymore for how I was tracking it, and I could not think of a good way to like get the KP stat to like actually be tracked without me just going into each individual game and like taking your KP for that game and just like doing that for each individual
no.
player, and that would have just taken hours. Like that would have added hours to how long this would take.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took the total amount of kills and assists that you had, and I divided that by the total number of kills that your team has, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what this is saying is SKO Kane averaged 0.68 kill participation per minute. So in 3 minutes, Kane averaged 2 kills, like being a part of 2 kills every 3 minutes.
That's wild.
If that makes sense. Which is very high, obviously. I think there was one other player that was really close to him, which I think might have been Pyrone. Pyrone was 0.66 KP. Yeah. So
guys everywhere.
It was a close race between him and Pyrone, but Kane pulled it out with a 0.68 at the end.
Okay.
So
Hard carry.
Mr. Vix. Yeah, all I'm saying is there's 2 Vixes on here, there's 2 Nightmares, there's 2 Canes, and there's 2 Pyrones. What's going on right now?
Stats breed stats, it seems.
Seems to be some couple good players out here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Moving on to the hard carry award, with the highest damage per minute was Vixperian, my personal
1,000.
my personal choice for #1 mid laner in the league. I think this dude popped off on the number charts every game. Every game. I remember watching him play Vex in one of his series, and I just remember him like killing everybody and getting so much damage. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But almost 1,000 damage per minute. That's
a lot.
Yeah.
That's over the course of, like, you have to remember this includes like
Early game.
games that you don't win and like bad games that you have. So like if you just count the games that he's like they're probably winning, like it's probably significantly higher than this, because this is like the average per minute.
Yeah, and they got 1-1 a lot this season. So a lot of that was in the losing games. So he was putting out damage winning or losing.
Very crazy. And then last and probably least is the KDA award for SKO Nightmare.
Let's go.
88 players, man.
8.07. Dude hides in his jungle and just comes out to last hit like someone in bot or mid, and then just goes back into his jungle.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. Yeah. So, and if anyone else wants to look at this site, I think it's pinned
It's on the
somewhere.
Beer League website.
Oh yeah, it's on the
as
Beer
well.
League website, so you can go look at it there. But yeah, so this is that, and there's a bunch of stuff on here. It's not just that. I mean, there's top 3 players, and also if you want to like see, I didn't know this for a while, but if you want to go here, and then you want to, oh wait, no, it's over here. You want to go to stat pages, and if you scroll over, you can actually see how
Yeah,
the
this is-
rankings are. So
Yep, this is where all the numbers happen.
yeah, easy to
Right here.
easy to lose sight of it if you don't know it, but you can look at like how close you are to being on the top 3 or whatever. It's so are the stats over. Yeah, because playoffs are just going to start, so
Yeah.
that wouldn't make any sense to have playoffs.
So these stats are completed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow. Yeah, so yet again, if you haven't already said thank you, this is insane that he did all this. So yeah, really cool. We gotta check it out if you haven't already. All right, so 2 more things we're gonna do. The next thing I want to do, I want to give someone else a shout out. My boy Donovan, and you just got slapped. Put in a ton of work this season, and one of them was keeping this thing up to date. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the website either, pretty cool that we have our own website, and just I mean everything's on there. Rules, you get a player cost. It's just a one shop type of thing. If you want to like see the teams, you can go into each individual one, and you can see everything. Now the cool thing, we did used to have another website. The cool thing I would love to see, and are there VODs on here now? No. Okay, yeah, this is something that we were using last season. Wait. Oh, there are. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I've never seen this. Wow. All right. Well, if you want to see the results of every single series, I was gonna say a match history, but this is it. This is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I never knew this was here, or I feel like I did. I just forgot about it. But there you go.
Right.
But anyways, super cool website. Go check it out. They put a lot of hard work into it. They update it literally every single week. So updates automatically every 5 minutes. That's how much work they put in. So pretty crazy. And then lastly, but not least, we're going to go through the bracket. Let's see here. Let's zoom out. All right. It's going to be a little small because I want to make sure I can get everyone in the same picture. Can you guys see that on stream?
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah, I mean, it fits everyone here, but just let me know if it's kind of terrible in the stream or not. But so yeah, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead. I mean, it's not crazy like of a bracket. I mean, last year we had a double elimination bracket, so it took a while to go through the predictions, but it shouldn't be that long. But I guess something else I wanted to mention is the 2 teams that got eliminated because they're gone. But just shout out to these dudes, IQ and STSD. In my opinion, had really good seasons. IQ was tied at the end of it for the last spot in the playoffs, but they didn't have the tiebreaker. So, and then STSD, I think they kind of struggled from just not having their whole roster. I know when we played them, they were missing Scoobs and Fusaro, which are like, in my opinion, their 2 main players. So, but yeah, shout out to all these dudes for participating, and I hope to see everyone again next year.
I remember that series because I was about to cast it.
Oh yeah,
Like I was in the lobby ready to cast, and I had to sub for them.
yeah. So it was
was
not
horrible.
planned, and it didn't feel good. It never feels good beating someone with subs. It's just
Mhm.
I would rather lose and
That
play
was
someone with
the
their full
Akshan
roster.
game I think you played.
Oh yeah, that was the one. Cool. All right, well let's get into it. So on everyone's bracket, it's the same. Clearly on the top seed because they get a bye. So
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with bye on this one.
Yeah, me too.
So hey, 2-0 bye, easy peasy.
Oh,
And
bye.
a reminder to everyone. So this is considered quarterfinals is like considered the first round, and then semifinals and then finals. But best of 3 quarterfinals, best of 3 semifinals, and then the finals is best of 5. So that's just a good reminder because sometimes you get it like to the playoffs and you're like, wait, we have to play 3 games, and then you don't have time. So just remember that when you're scheduling your games next week. All right, what do you guys think? We'll start out just going down the list. Number 4 USA versus number 5 1. Whoever wants to kick it off.
Oh yeah, I'll go with. Oh my god, this is actually a tough one because Trevor's team USA is just like so unpredictable. Like anything can
That's
happen.
true.
Like a solid team, but like some weeks they just get shit on, and the other weeks they're just absolutely stomping everyone. So, and one's always solid, and they've always made a good playoff run. So it's hard to
USA
bet
did
against one.
2-0-1, I think, right? You
Did.
guys
Yeah, week
2-0
one.
now?
We
Yeah,
slapped
week
them.
1.
I can't bet against one in playoffs, though. I'm gonna go with one.
Okay. And then
Sorry,
what
Jake.
is the series score?
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a 2-1. We'll give you that at least. It'll go to 3 games.
All right. Beautiful. I don't know. I mean, I don't take any offense. So, all right. Nightmare, what do you think?
All right. So I think this matchup is going to be heavily dependent on the mid jungle and what happens there. I think that I think there's a chance that USA that you guys just have one's number. So I would not be surprised if you 2-0'd them. I would not. I think I actually do think that this game will be heavily dependent off of the first game. So I think if USA wins the first game, they're gonna 2-0.
Wow.
That would,
It's an
but
interesting take.
however, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think one's gonna win the first game, and I think it's going to be a 2-1 in favor of one, and I think one will win the first game, USA will win the second, and one will win the third game.
There you
That's
go.
my prediction.
That's spicy. I liked it. That was good analysis. Yeah, so I'm clearly in this game, so a little bit of bias here. But it's gonna be a good game. I mean, I'm already starting to do my scouting. Probably the hardest scouting I've ever done in my life, or the most detailed. Very fun to do. And yeah, as I said, some backstory. We're all from Texas, or a lot of the people are from Texas. And we've played one. I feel like we played you guys in the playoffs either last year or the year before. I can't remember though. I don't think it was. I know one year you guys were on the top portion of it, and then you guys had to try to knock out someone in the second round. But I can't remember. But we've always been kind of joking back and forth, so it's gonna be fun just in that sense. Win or lose, like it's just gonna be a fun series. I'm glad we get to play them. And now the matchup wise, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, they have the number one top laner, and we have arguably one of the worst top laners. No flame or anything. So that's clearly a big discrepancy there. And then the mid lane is going to be a brawl. Vixperian versus Really Bad Zed. But I already kind of said my 2 cents on that. I think Really Bad Zed's the best mid laner in the league. It's not even close. So I think Vixperian's going to get destroyed. I mean, the guy gets a solo kill every single game without a doubt. Bradley, aka Really Bad Zed, is a beast, and I will stand by that. And I think he's going to destroy him. And we've been cooking up some stuff ourselves. I know SCO said that, but yeah, we've been cooking up some stuff ourselves. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But with all of that, I think they're a really good team. So I don't think it's gonna be super easy. So I'm gonna predict a 2-1.
2-1. I would say that this is, in my opinion, the featured matchup of quarterfinals.
There
I think
is a
this one-
reason it's 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're already putting yourself.
I know. Now I just gotta copy it. It was all part of the plan. See, like I was just copying it over here. All right.
Oh, I see.
All right. So moving down into the second half of the bracket, GGM versus DGP. I guess I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of already touched on it a little bit, but I mean, it's 2 versus 7. So in reality, you'd think it would be kind of not close. I think Pyron's a beast. I mean, I think their whole team's just really good. I mean, I think Pyron's the leader of it, but I think their whole team's really good. I just don't see them being able to slow him down. So it would be really sick and hype to see Blue Metal just absolutely pop off and just solo carry this. Like, I feel like it doesn't happen as much in the beer league. Like, if you go back to season 2, season 3, you might see like one person literally just like pop off and just take over a whole entire game. I mean, it happens, but it's just not as rare, especially for a whole series. So I'm gonna go 2-0. But I mean, I'm hoping it's not, but I just think that's probably the most realistic thing that's going to happen. So, yep, that's my vote.
2-2.
Wait, what'd you say, Nightmare?
Nice. I said you went 2-2.
Oh yeah, there you go. A little bit better. That's not possible. All right.
What do you got, Nightmare?
All right. So I kind of already touched on this series a little bit on like how I think DGP like can like pull off the underdog story and beat GGM. I personally don't see it happening. I think this series is going to kind of be a stomp. I would like to be surprised. I would very much like to be surprised, but I really don't see it. Don't see it happening. Like I guess I could reiterate that the way that I see DGP winning is if Blue Metal just gaps like in the mid lane, and I think ideally they would put Desert Rose in the jungle, because I think he would be able to potentially like not just get like super stomped by Pyrone, and if Blue Metal can get enough of a lead early against GGM, then I think there's a chance that they shut down Pyrone, and if they shut down Pyrone, there's a chance that they can beat them in just like the 5v5,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a chance they can do that twice. But I don't see it happening. I'm gonna say 2-0 for GGM.
Yeah, I think that you bring up a good point too. Like to add a little bit more to mine, the biggest thing about this series is going to be wording. Can they track Pyrone? If they can, hey, I don't mean who knows, but I just don't see it happening. But anyways, all right, Zach, what do you think?
For me, easiest one to call the whole thing. Maybe even easier than SCO versus Bai.
Oh wow,
motherfucking Pat Jones holding it down in the top lane.
Pat Jones, baby.
The GOAT. And you got Simi Nomasa in mid, Pyroan in jungle, and then Catalyst, how Empirical bot lane. It just ain't gonna happen. I got 2-0 GGM all the way, all day.
I thought you were going a little bit different with that, but then
I thought you were,
right?
yeah, I thought you were gonna say GDP there for a second. You're so excited about it. All right. And what do you think? We'll just go snake order again. Actually, no. Let's get Nightmare's opinion first. Calm versus Flex.
KOM versus Flex. So we just played Flex, and they pulled out some pretty spicy picks in the Kled support. But it's not as easy as I think you would think for a 3 seed versus 6 seed. Like I don't think it's as clear cut as you might think. I do think Flex has a lot of like uniqueness in their team, especially their ability to flex, as their name suggests.
Mm-hmm.
KOM has a lot of people up there, right? They have a lot of people that are like top 3 in stats, right?
Yeah. 4 out of 5.
None of your business is good. Broomstein is good in my opinion. JWM is good. MPEX is good. I think that they don't have too many weaknesses. Hixify is also good. I don't think they have many weaknesses.
True.
I think that the way Flex plays, though, might match up well into KOM. And I think that might make the difference at the end. And I think it'll depend very much on the way that Flex decides to put their players in the game. Like I think if they put I did like putting you can't recast in Zesty and bot. I don't know if I would do it against KOM if I was their coach and I was telling them what to do. But I do think that they have something cooking. So I'm going to go 2-1 Flex over KOM. That's going to be my upset.
Oh my.
That's going to be my upset.
The first upset out of anyone, which is kind of... No, actually, these are upsets, I guess. 4, I don't know. 4 is 5 is so easy, or like so close. So I don't even know if consider that an upset or not. But all right. And then what do you think, Zach?
I I had high expectations for our team going into the regular season. I thought we were going to be a really solid team. I think we just had some woes that we've worked through, and I think we're going to make a deep playoff run.
Oh
I think we're
shoot.
gonna. I think I'm about to get my second beer league ring. Is all I'm saying.
Oh shoot.
It's gonna be a 2-0 for Flex. I mean, you're just not gonna stop us once we get rolling in these playoffs. So
Oh my. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think USA versus one's a really good one, but I think this one's gonna be a really good one too, for two reasons. One, KOM is such a just all around just solid team. Like, I mean, it shows in the stats. I didn't even know that about the stats, but I mean, you just look at their team, you can just tell. Like Nunya, he was on my team just a couple of seasons ago, solid. JWM and Impex, really solid. Bromstein in the mid lane, and then Hixify. I mean, it's just all around. Like, I think all of them, for the most part, can hold their own, and you don't have to worry about it, which as a jungler frees you up a crazy amount. So I think it's going to rely a lot on Nunya because of that. I think he's probably the easiest jungle like position in the league in that sense. Like, he doesn't have to, continuously babysit his lanes. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be close. Now the thing about Flex is they're kind of a mystery, and that's kind of why I didn't want to play them myself. Is because one, they're flexing like positions, which is just so hard to scout for, and on top of that, the breaking news that Zesty just gave us that they have 2 new players and a sub that we don't even know it's gonna be. So on the side of Calm, I just don't know how you game plan against that. Like, I mean, I guess you just play your own game and just hope you pick right. I could see that being the downfall to Calm, but I think if it's like an even draft, I think Calm would win. But with that said, I think it's gonna be a close series. I'm gonna give it 2-1 to Calm. So I'm not going with the upset. Sorry, boys.
No, I think that's fair. I think the point about having 2 new players coming in is a fair thing to say.
Yeah, that could be a weakness too, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
So if they've haven't played a lot this season. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, Flex versus GGM. So you guys are lined on your brackets so far, looks like. No differences.
I
True.
think that's gonna change at some point here.
Maybe.
All right, so let's go over. Oh, I don't know. Let's go bottom first, and then we'll go to top. So GGM versus Com. This is gonna be a spicy series in my opinion. Now everyone has different series. Well, actually, I just have a different series than they do. But this can be a spicy series in my opinion. I honestly don't know. I literally probably would just do a coin flip, and whatever it lands on, I would go with, because I could see it going like overall. As I said, Com is the better team in my opinion. Similar, like just as it was in the last series, it is here. But GGM clearly has some powerhouse in Pyro, and I think the team's good as well. I'm not saying anything about that, but I think it's gonna be a lot to do with draft. Like, it depends on who picks the winning lanes. Like if Pyron just has pressure the whole game, it's probably over. Like, I just don't think that they'll be able to suffice. It's a tough one though. I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think the GGM versus KOM matchup is actually a lot closer than people would think. I think KOM matches up very well against GGM.
I know it's hard to. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to pick, but I'm gonna go GGM. Takes down Com. Actually, nah. I'm going Com. I'm going Com.
Oh my!
I just have a feeling. So there you go. So let's go Nightmare next.
All right, I got GGM versus Flex. I think Flex's strengths were like personified against KOM, but I think they might struggle against GGM. I do. I think I think that there might be too many places on GGM that Flex would need to cover. Because I think you would need somebody in bot between Zesty and You Can't Recast to deal with Catalyst and Empirical. I think Simi no Mas can hold his own in mid lane very well. So I don't know if you'd want to put someone there. And I think Pyrone might just like have a field day against a team that has 2 new players coming in potentially. So I'm gonna go 2-0 for GGM over Flex here. I'm sorry, Zesty.
You hate to see it.
That's all right.
And also something to note, I'm just going to start throwing these out. So very interestingly enough, with both of these matchups, GGM and Flex literally just played the last week of the season, and GGM 2-0'd them. And also, just the last week of the season, also my matchup happened. GGM. Wait, no, that wouldn't make any sense. Wait, was that 2 weeks ago?
Ours was week 8 as well.
Week 8. Okay, week 8. Sorry. So week 8 was GGM versus Flex, which is your guys' matchup in the semifinals, which resulted, as I said, in a GGM 2-0 over Flex. And then my matchup was actually week 9. So they literally just played GGM versus Com in the semifinals. And it was a 1-1. So interesting enough, but all these teams have played each other very recent. Anyway, Zach.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, we got 2-0'd by them, but we're gonna be on our revenge arc through playoffs here.
Ooh, I like to hear it.
I do think their team is really solid. But that being said, I think our pieces are starting to come together. Tom's always been super solid in mid lane. Bone Garud, for those of you who don't know. It doesn't matter what happens in the game. He's going to be 200 CS at 20 minutes.
True.
And I do think we drop a game against GGM, but we don't lose. I think it's going to be a 2-1.
2-1. All right, let's go. All right, now we'll go back up to the top. We'll let Nightmare go first.
All right, SCO versus 1. The matchup I've been waiting for. And potentially planned for. So, like I was saying, this is the team that I wanted to play the most in playoffs, because I feel like there was stuff that was left on the Summoner's Rift unsaid and undone against this team. Now, I have a lot of respect, as you probably noticed, for Vixperion, and probably less well known. I think Vivian is a very good jungler. I put him on my All-Pro ballot. He reminds me a lot of the way I used to play the game, where I play a lot of the supportive junglers and stuff, like the Rel. Like
Ivern.
I think he's played.
Or no, he doesn't play Ivern.
Rel.
I'm trolling.
I think that's
Nunya.
Nunya and Bucci, I think.
Yeah.
Play Ivern? Yeah.
Yeah, but Rel all the time, yeah.
Rel all the time. I think he's played a couple games of Sejuani, and that's great. But something that I've seen Vivian do recently is he's been pulling out some of the more aggro junglers like Graves and really popping off on those picks as well. So I actually think that this series might be closer than I want it to be, which is a little spooky. However, I know we got stuff cooking. We got stuff cooking, and we got an extra week to cook up stuff. So, and we also get to see one play. So I am gonna go 2-1 SCO.
2-1. All right.
I think we dropped the second game like we did last time, but I think we got enough stuff cooking in the oven to pull out the win.
Yeah, fair. All right. We'll switch it up. I'll go. My matchup is different. I got SCO versus USA. Now, my sane mind says we're going to get destroyed because we did in the regular season. And SCO is an insanely good team. And I think just at the core of it, they're coordinated or not. So I think you just leave it there. But since we're putting spice on it, it's going to be 2-1, and we're going to win. Now, how? I have not figured out yet.
Oh, yeah, brother.
That's for later.
Yeah, that's for later once I actually do the scouting. But Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're an insane team. I think no matter if it's one or us, it's going to be a really hard match for both of us, and we're both pretty. I would say that underdogs, like pretty far down. Um, but I don't know. I could see someone, either us or one, upsetting them because what you just got slap said. Number one seed never wins in playoffs, historically in beer league, and yep. So what do you think, Zach, on yours?
I think SCO's in trouble in this one.
Oh my!
As Nightmare said, they have an extra week, but he thinks that's a good thing to cook stuff up.
Oh.
I think it's gonna make him
Oh.
rusty in the beer.
We're gonna
league
get
season.
rusty.
I
Good
think
point.
this bye
Good
is a
point.
curse. And he already said he was looking forward to playing one because it was a good series, and they haven't played against one in playoffs. And one in playoffs is a
Different monster.
different beast.
Yep.
Well, one in playoffs goes insane out. It just always happens, and I'm not going to bet against them this time either. And I'm going to give them a 2-0.
Oh my! That's some spice.
I think they're going to go crazy in playoffs as they do.
Hey, that's true. One has had some good previous. One is like, there's a couple dynasties in the beer league. There's IQ. IQ's the team name has been around a long time. And then one is like a dynasty. I think this is their third season. And then my team is also a dynasty, but we've changed our name every season, but exact same players every season. But yeah, one is definitely one of those dynasties that, yeah, I mean, they always play well, as you said, Zach. So I like
In the
it.
past, it doesn't matter what their seeding's been. I think they've honestly been in the lower seedings for most of it.
See, that's what I was trying to remember. I think
They
last
just come through
year,
playoffs like crazy.
did they knock out number one last year too? Or no?
I think they played us and we were number one. So yes.
Yeah, I think
Oh my!
I think
think
so.
that's the
I think
case.
it was literally this exact same bracket. Like they were five, and then they
Something
knocked
like that.
someone out in number four, and then they went to number one. They knocked them out. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm
Really
not-
living up to their name.
yeah. I can't remember, but cool. All right. Well, then the last one, finals for everyone. Everyone's got a different finals, so it doesn't really matter where we start. But Zach, you want to go first?
Yeah. My team versus one. We've been here before. I think maybe I've played one a couple times in playoffs. They have the sweep so far on me, but I'm gonna make sure personally that it doesn't happen again. I think it's gonna be a tight series, but I've got us coming out 3-1. We're gonna win the first two. They're gonna take the third, and then we're gonna finish them off.
3-1. All right. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I like it. All right. I'll go. USA versus Com.
This would be a goated finals.
It would
Dude,
be crazy.
it's interesting. So, like, some backstory on this, if this actually did happen. Alex his name is Impact. So that's his in-game name, but Alex is his in real life name. He is their ADC, and he got me and Really Bad Zed into Beer League in season 2. We made a team called Beach Bobs, and we know or Bradley and Alex are like best friends, like childhood best friends. So it'd be really fun to play them in the finals. But something I'll say personally is JWM, for whatever reason, he has my number in whatever team I'm on for forever, like in the playoffs. It's insane. For whatever reason, we always play each other. I think like what I played 6 seasons. I probably say like 4, if not more, of the seasons I've played him in the playoffs and lost to him and gotten knocked out. So that's something.
USA Kryptonite.
No, literally, dude, it's crazy. But I don't know. It'd be a fun series. I think it would go 5 games if this actually did happen. And you just got to go with yourself, right? I mean, you can't make it all the way there and just not pick yourself. So I got to do the ego play and pick
I have a
myself
feeling
here.
we might all have ourselves winning. That's
Yeah.
strange,
It's kind of strange how that ends up happening.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's wrong, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a second. All right. And Nightmare, you're last.
All right, so SCO versus Flex. I'm not sure
GGM.
how that ends up happening, considered I put GGM winning this series. But all right, SCO versus GGM.
The
Number
number
one
one and
versus
number
number
2.
two.
That's kind of lame. Hey, all
it
I'm
is
saying
kinda
is
lame.
me and Zesty 5 and 6, and then 4 and 3. We give in some spice.
Beer League history says our finals is more likely. Just saying.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm going for the unpredictability with number 1
Yeah.
versus number 2.
Oh, how exciting.
All right, so this series will be interesting. I hesitate to say that it would be a 5-game series, considering that I feel like one of these teams is gonna like get on a roll in like the first or second game and then just like take it from there and like win it like 3-1 or 3-0. I feel. I personally, I feel like I could stack up to Pyrone in the jungle. That might be a little egotistical to say, but
I mean, hey, me and Zesty put each other winning the finals, so you got room.
I feel like I can go toe to toe with him and potentially even beat him, and I think that my other laners are just better. Like I think I have better
Fair.
players around me, which I know Pyrone really likes his team and like really talks about how his team like supports him to do stuff. But I think that 7 cost rating does like kind of hinder him a bit in getting some of the higher elo players, which elo doesn't mean everything. Like I definitely don't think that like you need to be high ranked to be good at the game.
True.
Per se.
My boy doesn't know about Pat motherfucking Jones, baby.
Yeah, Pat Jones up there in the top lane.
Holding it down.
I don't know. I feel like Cat Beans. You know, I believe in my boy.
Dude, that is a hilarious
What a name,
matchup.
by the way.
Cat Beans and then Pat Jones. I just want to see that for that.
Cat Beans v Pat Jones. Hell yeah. That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna go with the 3-1 in favor of SCO, as per the script told me.
The rookie team winning it all. By the way, if you don't know,
Yes.
if you're not new to, or if you're new to the beer league and you don't know, SCO 4 out of 5 of them are rookies. The only one not Celestial Vixen. But yeah, that would be a hype. That'd be a hype first season.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's the dream.
All right, now the last thing. I guess anything else you want to add, Nightmare, on that prediction?
Nah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a banger.
All right, so if you guys saw the @everyone coming into this, I said there's going to be $50 giveaway. So now's your chance, everyone in this call, Zesty and Nightmare. What I'm going to be doing is everyone's going to be filling out a bracket, and there's already a tab open. I'm actually going to @everyone right now in it. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, wait. Oh, where did it go? Oh, yeah, here you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add everyone in this, and it's going to be in the content tab in the Discord, and there's 3 steps. 1, you got to fill out the bracket. 2, post it in the playoff predictions, which we just opened back up, and then 3, you just got to wait and see, who has the best bracket. Now, I'm kind of feeling spicy, so I said $50 originally, but I'll give $100 to whoever has the most accurate predictions. So that means not just
Oh my.
that doesn't mean just getting the person right. You have to put the actual scores on the side. So it's not just cool, like SEO won the whole thing or whatever. I'm going to be going through and seeing who actually got the closest and was the most accurate. So $100 to anyone or to the person that wins the most. So with that in mind, now that you guys know the stakes, would you guys like to make any changes to your bracket?
Nope, lock it in, baby.
Oh,
We're going to the top.
He's confident.
Do I want to make any changes? No, I like.
It could even be not even the winner, but just do you think add another game or
Do I
whatever?
think any of the numbers change?
That's yes. And if not, hey, that's cool. But just put it out there.
I don't think they do.
I said what I said and I meant it.
Okay. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm good too. So cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and post that literally right now. I just posted it. So you're going to see that in the content. It's that like chat is right in the content creation, which is right below, or I guess right above roster and free agents. So it's kind of tucked in there, but you'll find it. And then whenever you get it, just take a screenshot, like snip it or whatever, and then yeah, that's all you got to do. So that's pretty much it, though. Anything else you guys want to add?
No.
Nah, excited for playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. Playoffs is always fun. It gets intense. I mean, it's win or go home. So it's fun. The casts are more fun. The games are more intense. Everything's just better in the playoffs. So it's gonna be fun. So yeah, fill out your guys' brackets, and thank you to Zach and Nightmare to take the time out. I mean, an hour of your day to do this. So really appreciate that. And yeah, good luck to everyone in the final or in the playoffs. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
See you later, guys.